As an actor, I play women who are ambitious, determined, obsessed, and myopic. As a producer, I tell stories that raise social consciousness. And as a speaker and teacher, I talk about bravery in business. So, welcome to episode 4 of my Bravery in Business series. I don't know why I'm looking around like it's somewhere else. It's right here. Here it is. Hello. Yes, episode 4 of Bravery in Business. To me, bravery is the obsessed desire to authentically be myself and not compromise my vision for my career or my life. So I invite you to be brave with me because bravery is a choice. And today, this video is going to be all about letting go. Hello, Vivan. Is it Vivan? Vivan? How do I pronounce that? You'll have to let me know. But hello, nice to see you. Welcome. Today's video is all about letting go. And the first 4 videos in this series are really, to me, the fundamentals of bravery in business and in life. Because in this series, I'm going to be talking about business of acting, entertainment, producing, crowdfunding. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty as all these videos go on. And I do feel there's a lot of, I know that there's fundamental pieces that are across all of that. And that are in the business of life, of how we, as human beings, get to show up and be in this world. And that's why today is about letting go. And yesterday I posed a question. I'm looking here at my other computer to read a couple things. I posed a question about what project are you focusing on this week in service of your big vision? And a lot of you had responded. So I love James Garrett is setting up a Comic-Con this weekend, which funds his plans for his future shop and show. Awesome, James. Evie Lynn is doing the Naked Project. She's finally launched that. So awesome, Evie. Nicole is packing and preparing to jump. I love it. To jump is to be brave. Hello, Dina. Thank you for joining us. And yes, Vivan, bravery is being strong. Definitely. And I invite you to define strength. What is strength for you? What does that mean? We'll talk more about that. Jackie was sending inquiries out. Rebecca was learning music for a couple shows. Jen Machado, hello Jen, was querying the first 10 literary agents on her list. Freaking awesome. So a lot of people are working towards goals. David Crownson's doing a comic book. Yes, David, get it. So look, we all have goals, right? We all have projects we are focusing towards. And this is why I want to talk about letting go. Because look, I am a firm believer in having goals, setting goals, going after goals, creating those action steps. And we're going to talk about that as this goes on because I love goals and I love project management software. So that'll be another video. But today's about letting go because here's what I believe happens. Well, there's a few things, I guess. One, either we don't set specific goals because there's fear, which we can go back to, I think, my first video about fear. There's fear in actually putting something out in the world, actually being super specific, because then we feel, okay, I'm committing to this thing, and what if? What if I don't hit it? What if I fail? What if everyone knows and then I don't do it? So all those questions pop in. So there's a faction of us out there who don't set goals at all because they're too afraid. Okay, great. So keep listening. And then there's people that set goals and feel really good about it, and you take the goal and you write it on your piece of paper, you write it on your computer, and then you just leave it there and you never look at it again. So that's not very good. So you set it, but maybe you don't look at it. Hello, Billy. Billy Sullivan just joined, everyone. Billy Sullivan. Okay, so we either don't set goals, set the goal, never look at it again, or we set the goal, we have our project in mind, we know what that goal is, and by God, we are going to strangle it and do whatever it takes to get that goal and make that goal happen. Does that sound familiar? Which, look, focus, commitment, drive, persistence, passion, all of that is totally, I'm starting my sound up, totally necessary, right? We need that. You must have that. And this is why I want to talk about letting go, because sometimes I feel we can take that goal and hold on to it so tightly that we can't breathe, that no one else can breathe around us, that we don't allow space, time, energy to breathe through that goal. And then we ultimately end up killing our own goal. So here's what I invite you to do in terms of goals and goal setting. Hello, Javier. Thank you for joining. I invite you to commit to that goal. Commit wholeheartedly to that goal. And be open to change. Commit and be open to change. And that just allows things to expand, right? Like, for example, this was 4 years ago now, was approached to produce a short film. And ironically, at that time, I was I wrote out my 10-year plan of where I wanted to be. And one of the things I wrote was, in 10 years, I'd like to produce. And then all of a sudden, this producing thing fell in my lap. And my first impulse, because that wasn't the current goal or focus, my first impulse was, oh, no, thank you. I'm not going to do that for 10 years down the line, so I'm good. I don't need to do that right now. And through the persistence of that individual, Nathan Reed, kept coming at me and saying, yes, and look at this project. You get to produce this with me. And finally, I did. And thank God I did. Because I was still committing to my vision. I got to act in that short film. That was my focus and my vision at the time. So it actually did feed into my goal. But I wasn't taking my goal and strangling it and not being aware of the opportunities that were coming my way and the opportunities that could open doors to my goal and my vision. So that's what I mean about strangling things and not allowing. And if I didn't allow at that point for that opportunity to come in, gosh, my life would be very different right now. I've produced 3 films. I'm in development on a 4th feature, which is colossal. And I'm producing 2 television series that we're packaging and developing. And I wouldn't be in that place. I wouldn't be getting in the rooms that I'm getting into. I wouldn't be having conversations in a different capacity, which has opened doors for my acting, if I would have strangled my acting goal 4 years ago. Does that make sense? I trust it does. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So how can you commit and be open to change? Because that letting go, that little piece of going, I commit to this and I'm going to stay open. That is letting go. That is trust. That is eliminating expectations. So for all of you who just joined us, talking about bravery, talking about letting go, and that bravery is about letting go. So look, if you have any questions you just joined, I'd love to make this a dialogue and a discussion. So feel free to post any questions that you do have, and let's make this a conversation. Bravery in business conversation. So letting go as well. Letting go as well is letting go of expectations. Now, what do I mean by that? Because it's good to expect things. It's good to expect your partner to be faithful. It's good to expect your partner to show up. It's good to expect your partner to love you. We want to expect all those things. But then I believe we also approach the world with through our own filters and our own set of expectations. And then those expectations don't get met. And then we get frustrated and angry. And then we either retreat, pull back, force things. I mean, a bunch of stuff happens, right? And how we respond to that. So expectations. So I had a headshot session yesterday with the amazing David Muller. It went so well. I did post a sneak peek of them yesterday. I still haven't gone through all 835 photos, but I will. So, but expectations. So I prepped the shit out of this photo session. I had character bios for every character. I knew my scenarios. I had my outfits. I felt really great. And I went in there, and the initial rapport I had with the makeup artist threw me a little bit. I expected something else. And I could feel myself go, oh no, maybe this isn't the experience I'm supposed to be having. Oh gosh, maybe these aren't my people. Maybe it was the wrong photographer. Maybe I should have brought my own makeup artist. Maybe, what if, And so because my expectations weren't being met, I started to spiral. And I'm like, okay, I got two choices here. I can spiral down into what I thought my expectations were, and now they're not being met. So now this whole thing is terrible. Or I can make a choice to accept the situation and accept this person for who they are and make this experience what I want it to be. And the energy in the room shifted. My energy completely shifted. My rapport with the makeup artist completely shifted. And realizing how much power we have to control, for lack of a better word, our environment when we control our own thoughts and behavior. So by letting go of my expectations, I created the exact experience that I needed. And there was literally a moment on set where she came up to me to, like, you know, zhuzh my hair in the very beginning. And I went, no, I like it where it is. Because I was holding on. I was holding on to what I thought I needed to look like, what I wanted to be, whatever all those things are. And she was great. She was like, okay, great. And then we did a test shot, and I was like, oh man, it doesn't look like I wanted it to. And she came over and zhuzhed me and did something, and we saw the test shot, and I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And there was a letting go in that. There's letting go and trusting that this person who I've hired is doing their job. And I've chosen this team of people because of their body of work. And now I get to let go and trust. And that's what bravery is, right? It's not micromanaging. It's not holding on for dear life. It's not thinking that you get to do everything and no one else can do it as best as you can. Hello, Jennifer. You joined. I already gave you a shout out for your project goal, your literary agent goal. So yes, congrats and welcome. So trust. We get to trust that the people we're bringing around us are the people who will be in service to our big vision, will be in service to our goal. I hired those people for a reason, and I got to trust them, not micromanage them. I got to be honest with how I was feeling, but then there's that point of letting go. And I believe that a lot of us don't do that because it feels safer to hold on. You're awesome, Jennifer. Hello, Matt. Thank you for joining. Hello, Paul. Paul, relationships either work or they don't. Do your best. Give your best. Do. Haha. Thank you, Paul. Yes, relationships work or they don't. That is true. And I invite you to look at how you're showing up in that relationship. Because it is with our set of expectations that we are creating whatever, we're manifesting whatever is occurring there. And yes, some relationships just don't work. And a lot of it is how we approach it. A lot of it is how we see it through our filter. A lot of it is those expectations that we come with and not letting go in the moment. And you feel that. You feel that with friends when you don't let go and you hold on. You feel that with your lover in your marriage and with your spouse, your whatever. You can feel that when you don't let go and there's this sense of control, and that feels safe, but it's an illusion of safety. Oh no, did I freeze? Oh, Matt said I froze. Well, I'm going to keep going and trust and let go that Facebook technology is indeed working. But I have been having laptop issues. Anyhow, I'm going to continue. So, yeah, it's trust and letting go. So, how can you commit to what you want and be open to everything coming into your world? How can you trust the people that you invite in your world? And how can you be committed and on your path and on your journey of diligence and persistence and passion? And let go. And that's what I invite you to think about. So as you're going about your business today, What does letting go mean to you? What does that look like to you? Write it under this video, because letting go is a freaking elusive thing, isn't it? Great, yeah, do this thing and let go. What? What does that mean? I'm not like holding on to something that I can let go. So think about what that means to you. Does that mean having more awareness during the day? Does that mean listening more during the day? Does that mean meditating to not have anxiety about what you're doing? It could mean a lot of things. So think about what that could mean to you and how you can manifest that in your day, and how that inevitably is going to serve you. Does that make sense? Awesome. Hello, Christian. Hello, Nazanin. Thank you for joining. I'm about to wrap it up here, so make sure to go back and watch this video. Thank you all for joining me today and listening. I trust that I didn't freeze. I trust it'll be okay. Trust, and I'm letting go. So there you go. So find out what letting go means to you. Please write it below. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Jody Bentley. You can find me everywhere. Follow me on, no, I said that already. I meant to say sign up for my newsletter at jodybentley.com so we can stay in touch. Going to be sending out some stuff. And yes, today, think about letting go and figure out what that means to you and what actions you can take to let go on a daily basis to serve your big vision. Because that's being brave. That is trusting not only in yourself, but trusting in others in this world. And trusting in your vision and your goal and your path. All right, thank you for joining me. Stay tuned for Thursday's video on bravery in business, and I will see you then. All right, Facebook, have a good day. Bye.